After winning 6 of the last 8, and you look at the big picture of the way we started, is this season a failure if we don't make the playoffs? Was last week a setback? Because we were bound to lose at one point in this little stretch against the Bills, but I don't know if losing like that is a good thing, because we got our butts kicked last Saturday on Christmas Eve. We always seem to lay an egg on Christmas Eve when we have playoffs on the line. A couple years ago in Cincinnati Bengals in 2017. This year just sucks, but we still have a good chance. Not a good chance. We still have a chance at making the playoffs. We have to win out. We need a lot to happen. We need Seattle to lose. We need New York to lose out. And we need Washington Commanders to lose twice or something like that, or lose once. It's going to be tough. I think we can get in if we win out, but we have to win out. We have to shut down the run game, and that's exactly what the Chicago Bears are really good at, running the football. We know all about that from the first matchup we had against them when Justin Fields was running all over us. One Pride, what's going on? It's your boy, T. Back at it again with another episode of Talking with T. Let's get into it. Let's get after it, man. On this channel, we talk about Detroit sports. We chase down the best version of ourselves. If that interests you, do me a favor and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow and get in the algorithm, and I really appreciate you for taking the time out of your day to rock with me, T. So let's dive right into this Lions preview against the Chicago Bears. 2 games left. Lions are at 7-8. If they win this week, they have a good chance, or not a good chance, they have a chance to finish the season above 500, and that's a huge improvement from the beginning, or from last year. You had 6 more. If you can win these last 2 games, you had 6 more wins than you did last year. That's a huge improvement. However, it'd just be disappointing not to make the playoffs. After what transpired, you started 1-6, you got really hot. Playoff push is right there. It just has a fan base. It'd just be super disappointing to not make the playoffs. I think Washington's got to play. They got to play the Browns, and then they got to play the Cowboys, which they could beat the Cowboys if the Cowboys are still playing for something. That's why hopefully the Eagles lose this week, so they're still playing for the division. There's a lot of situations that need to happen for the Lions to get in. We have to win out. So let's control what we need to control. Beating Chicago and beating Green Bay. And of course, the Green Bay games in Green Bay, when we're going to go to Lambeau Field and we're both going to be competing for the final playoff spot. This is a crazy scenario, a crazy situation. Who would have thought that this year? Well, let's take care of Chicago first. I keep rambling on about the playoffs because I really want to make the playoffs, but I don't know if it's going to happen because we need a lot to happen. Let's take care of the Chicago Bears. We always know Chicago's got a very stout defense, but we're at home. I'm expecting Jared Goff to get back to Jared Goff at home. This offense is going to have a bounce back week is what I'm expecting. Last week, the game was going back and forth, and we fumbled. And we didn't turn back around after we fumbled. Play mistake-free football, get back to what we were doing when we won 6 of the last 8. Take care of the football, no penalties, just get back to playing the way we were. Don't let last week be a setback. That's what would be such a huge disappointment about this season, if we let last week be a setback. After all the good things that the Lions did this year, if they let last week be a setback, because they went back to a lot of the things they were doing when they were 1-6, not stopping the run, not bouncing back from a turnover. Was it just because the ground was cold? I heard Amon-Ra St. Brown talking about were they thrown off by the cold. I don't know, but they should have been used to it because they just played the New York Jets. I'm confused about this Lions team, especially after last week. Are they going to be the hot team that shows up on Sunday, or are they going to be the team that showed up last Saturday where they lay an egg because they can't handle the pressure? Let's handle the pressure. Let's take care of business, man. We're at home. Protect your home turf. It's the last home game of this season. Let's hope we get a few more games this year by making the playoffs. But right now, take care of business at home. Let's sweep the Chicago Bears. I don't know when the last time we swept Chicago. I was getting sick of when Chicago was sweeping us with Mitch Trubisky because Chicago was never very good. And let's go sweep the Green Bay Packers and see what happens. Take care of our business and we'll see what happens. We'll go from there. It sucks right now that the Green Bay Packers got hot when we got hot. Now everyone's like, oh, the Packers get in. They were talking about a lot's got to happen for us, and I'm nervous because I really want to make the playoffs. I want to see the Lions. It'd be good for this young talent. It'd be good for attracting free agents, and I really don't think this season's been a disappointment if we don't make the playoffs. I'm just be disappointed as a fan. It's been a huge success. You got 4 more wins than you did last year so far. If you get another one, that's 5 more wins. And if you get another one, that's 6 more wins. You almost doubled your win total from last year. That'd be perfect. Or no, you did double your win total from last year. You almost triple your win total from last year. If you went 9-8, finish 9-8, see what happens. I don't know. I'm nervous. Sorry I said that a lot, but let's get in. Let's take care of our business and let's get into these playoffs.